Yeah, Haraprasad ji, go ahead.
Mahodaya, you were telling us today that God is everywhere and there is no need to go to Swarga.
Okay.
Okay? Then why do the people go to, with great difficulty, go to Tirtha Yatra and go to the pilgrimage?
So what is the purpose of going to pilgrimage?
Mhm.
That's the basic question. See, Saguna Brahma Ishvara is how we all grow up with. It's Bhagavan, God, the creator, sustainer, and the resolver. That's very clear to every child also. Okay. Who's grown up in this culture, otherwise won't be clear. But I'm talking about a person who grew up in this culture. And so bhakti is automatic for such a child. It is automatic. And the bhakti has to be expressed somehow. See, if I love somebody, if I like somebody, it has to come out by saying what? At least happy birthday, I must say, correct? I must say. And I may give a gift, but minimum, I wish you well must come. From the heart, it should come. So the expression of love will come. So all these in one way to look at it, all these are expressions of bhakti. It is my way of showing my bhakti to Bhagavan, of which there are innumerable ways to show that bhakti, Tirtha Yatra being one. Okay. Now, and because then why should I do this? Well, there's also the other reason, which is I want moksha. And see, moksha is understood in various ways. And moksha means what? You are free from samsara. You will be free from this cycle of birth and death. How I'm going to free and all, I don't know. I'll be free. God will take care of me. And for that, I have to do something to God, What things can I do? Suppose somebody asks. Then I will do so many different things. I'll do puja every day. I'll go to the temple. And guess what? I can even and I have the capacity to go to Tirtha Yatra because the bhakti will take me there. Why should I not do a Tirtha Yatra? Because that only helps me finally, which is true, it will help me. What we say is it will give you antakarana shuddhi. It's very good. Tirtha Yatra is not unopposed to the study of Vedanta. Unopposed, not sorry. Tirtha Yatra is not opposed to the study of Vedanta. But if I think Tirtha Yatra will take me to heaven, then Vedanta study will still be far away. Why? Because my idea of moksha is going to heaven. My idea of God is also still a little childish. Childish. With courage, we can use that word childish. Why childish? Because Upanishad, which is Vedanta, Vedana Mantaha, says, Nachiketa himself says, no, I want to know what is the Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Adharmat. He says, people want to go to Swarga, therefore tell me some yaga that I can help these people. He says, okay, this yaga, not for me, I'm not going to do this yaga. I'm not going to go down and do this yaga. So send me down so I can do this yaga. He doesn't say that.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, people want it. We have to give what people want because you are the Varada Raja, so you can give anything to anybody, you give them this. They are not stupid people. Nachiketa doesn't say they're stupid people. They say this is how all of us are. He accepts everything as it is. He doesn't judge anybody. So go to Swarga. That's how even maybe I was in Swarga some janmas ago. Who knows? Who knows? Our own selves we should look at. So many janmas have gone. So we have gone through. Nothing wrong in saying we have gone through all these things. I have come to a point and said, you know what? What's the trick? Tell me. and nothing has really helped me. Okay. And then suddenly Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, okay, Ushitva Shashwati Samaha Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Vijayate Parthanaiveha Mat Namutra Vinashastasya Vidyate Nahi Kalyana Kaschit Durgatim Tata Gachati. He says all that. Then it becomes clear. Okay. Even I could have been to Swarga. I don't have to say I must go to Swarga because I may have been in Swarga also. Thanks to Krishna's words, right? It's possible. We can say that. Otherwise, you can't have Vairagya. Think about it. You can't have Vairagya. What is Vairagyam? Tattvabodhakara says, Iha amutra phala bhogatha viraga. Iha mutrartha phala bhoga viraga. All enjoyments iha in this world, whatever maximum I can enjoy. Amutra also. Amutra means outside, wherever, whatever heaven you talk about, that religion talks about, this religion talks about, our religion talks about. Everything comes under one category. What category? Bhoga. Bhoga viraga. Tattva puts it very well. Bhoga viraga. Means bhoga is nice, but it's anitya. This anitya business I'm not interested in anymore. Therefore, long answer to your question, but that's how it is. We have to analyze these things. People go to Tirtha Yatra because people want to go to Tirtha Yatra. They want to get something good about from it. They will get good some good. Okay, what is the good they get out of it? That I am a bhakta. I have bhakti. My bhakti has become bigger now because of that. That is all positive. That's positive. That's positive. Now, the person's idea of moksha, etc., requires a lot of study, requires some shravanam is required. And so that also, that person has gained the punyam to get those circumstances through which he can understand better what moksha is. Correct? We can say all of us have gone through that. It's not a wrong statement to say that. No, I never went to any tirthaya. Maybe last Janma I did. Who knows? Maybe 10 Janmas before I was a Tirtha Yatra person. Who knows? So everything has a benefit. But the minute Vairagyam comes, all those things will drop. Correct? Will take lesser and lesser importance. I won't say you should not go, none of us should go to Tirtha Yatra and all. I won't say. That is wrong. Because Tirtha Yatra is a sacred thing. Any of us can go there anytime. But they cannot come and tell me, oh, you did not go to Kedarnath, therefore your life is incomplete. That's a wrong statement. Going to Kedarnath is a big blessing. Those who can do it. But Upanishad will not say, you must go to Kedarnath. Will not say that. So we have to carefully present this. And we are not putting down any sadhanam. Everything is a sadhana. Sadhanam is for the purpose of Takarana Shuddhi. And so that's the way we look at it, Harprasadji.
The other explanation I've heard is, say, in such sacred places, so much puja and puraskara has been done, the Shakti in those places are much, much more. So there is a greater benefit by going to such places and doing the Vandana.
Correct. So therefore, correct, everything you said is true. If you go to Kedarnath, guess what? You will hear the word about Upanishad there in Kedarnath. You may hear it. You may hear
I may not hear.
You may not hear, but you may hear it also. You may not hear also. Depending on your karma. It's depending on your karma. There also karma is at work. But there also. somewhere you'll be there, somebody will be there saying, you know what, now that you have come to Kedarnath, go seek Shiva's blessings. Like Shankaracharya sought blessings from Shiva. Like
Yeah.
Shankaracharya. And then go to Shankaracharya. What does Shankaracharya say? He will tell you, he will point you to Shankaracharya. Suddenly, oh, Shankaracharya? Oh, is that why Narendra Modi did this? Yeah. Why Shankaracharya's murti is there in Kedarnath? Oh, Shankaracharya. What did he do? Who is Shankaracharya? Good. To ask the question, who is Shankaracharya, I had to go all the way to Kedarnath. That's a big blessing. I won't say it's a waste. It is the greatest benefit of going to Kedarnath. Or like you said, yeah, it may not happen also. Correct? Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But at least the Kedarnath Bhakti is there. Maybe because of me, some other people will go to Kedarnath. Okay? And some people will come back saying, my goodness. And then suddenly you say, what are you doing? I'm studying Shastra. So the guy who originally went to Kedarnath and made everybody else go to Kedarnath, now he's wondering that everybody else is studying Shastram except me. I have decided to go to Kedarnath every year. Nothing wrong with it, but they're all steady. What happened? So everything is benefit Shakti. Yeah, I agree with that. There is a lot of Shakti there. Shakti there. The Shakti is only as useful as what you make out of the Shakti, what you want. That is why Yamadharma Raja says, na medhaya na bahuna shrutena. Yamayvesha vrinute tena labhyaha. Only the person who decides, I want this Atma, I want this Vidya that Upanishad talks about, only that person will get Brahman. Or if I want Swarga, I will get Swarga. If I say, if I go to Kedarnath, I can go to Kailasa Loka. Yes, I will get it. What you said is correct, Haraprasadji. Shakti is there and the Shakti will take me to Kailas. We won't argue against that. That I will say, yes, that is what will happen. Shastram says all that. Therefore, yeah, Vedanta is unopposed to any of these statements. But I will say, Kailasa Gati is Anitya Gati. Shiva also will go and will tell the same statement in Kailasa. So the option I have is whether I want to listen to this Kathora Vakyam. Kailasa is, and Kathora, it's very harsh to say. Kailasa is Anityam.
Mhm.
And this Kathora, you can hear here itself, or you can hear there from Shiva himself. So we respect everything. For us, everything is sacred. Everything is sacred. A Vedanta teacher will not, a true teacher will not say, you stop all these yatras. We should not say all that. It's wrong. It will grow into us. The Viveki will begin to understand that, yeah, yatra is important, but I have to go beyond yatras. Until I can go beyond yatras, I have to do yatras. Correct? Look at this. Until I can go beyond yatras, I have to do the yatras. Because someday it will dawn on me. जब शिव यहाँ है, मैं क्यों कैलाश जा रहा हूँ? Suppose that thought comes in my head. Then what? What is the meaning of Shiv यहाँ है? Shiv is here. What is the meaning of that? Then suddenly Shastram, suddenly Shravanam, suddenly Mananam, all that will become very important. So that's the way, Haraprasadji, that's the way to look at it. Otherwise, we will have this dichotomy, Dichotomy, our life will all be, I can't connect, I can't reconcile all these things. We have to reconcile all these things. Comfortably reconcile without any conflict. I hope I did justice to your question.
Yeah. Dhanyavadaha, Mahodaya.
Welcome. Vijayji, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, Guruji, Tirtha Yatra, whatever, I think there again, what are we going and everywhere we go, it's with some desire, right, to get something. So if it's for moksha, maybe that path opens up or becomes easier when you go and pray in these places, right? But what you are asking is moksha. Maybe it's not required, as you're saying, sitting here you can, but the belief that yes, there is some supreme power which can help you attain what you want to attain. In such places, maybe it makes it easier. And with that bhakti, probably eventually we know that it's all one. Even the one you're praying to is the same as you. So I think that's the ultimate of bhakti. Bhakti also finally can lead to the Advaita itself, right? Need not be Dvaita even in bhakti, no?
Correct, correct. Yeah. Every expression of bhakti. A child is plucking a flower from a tree and then putting it in front of Krishna. It's something to cherish. Or a college going boy is taking 5 minutes and saying 3 slokas. Great. I say it's great. It's something to just say, this is true, this is great. We will never say, no, you're not doing this, you're not doing this. Is not the time to say. That person will figure it out himself. Anything you say will become wrong. At that point, anything you say will be wrong. Because, hey, that person has just given up everything for the sake of just being in front of Bhagavan for 2 minutes, okay? How can that be wrong? And if you say, no, this is wrong, that is better, means what? The person who is talking does not know what he or she is really talking. Everything is cherished. That's why the judgment will go away. Judgment will go away. That's why each to each our own, right? Means we are all studying Shastra, but we have to just build everything ourselves. Nobody can say this must happen to me or to you. Shastra is there. Everything is available to you. Use your buddhi. Uddare atmana. Therefore, this comparison business, see, our mindset is comparison. Because our professional life has been like that. Our family life is like that. School also. Tell me, what degree can get you a job quickly? Which job will give me the greatest salary? Jaykumarji, what is chemical engineering good these days? Because I'm chemical engineer. They think I'm an expert in it. I keep my mouth shut. I say, let them think I'm an expert, right? And this is good these days. I tell them, it's been a while, but yeah, generally, I think it's a good field to be in. Our mindset is all like that. Which one can get me the max benefit? We are all max benefit buddhis. That buddhi has to let go slowly. Take some time. It takes some time before I can let go of this comparison buddhi. That comparison buddhi is what makes me always questions. So sadhanas, we will never downplay any sadhana. Whatever sadhana is there, do that. Keep at it. Keep at it, and until someday you yourself will come and say, you know what? I've grown out of it. Look at that. Grown out of it. Just like a flower blossoms. Blossom. And that blossoming process, nobody should disturb. All these statements will disturb. No, you have not done this. No, you have not gone to Vaishno Devi. No, you have not gone to Rameswaram. People say all these things. No, wrong statement. You can't say all these things. No, you're not gone to Kedarnath. You're not gone to Rishikesh. Yeah, there's so many places we are supposed to go. Every bhakta, every temple is sacred. They will say, if you come to this temple, you will have children. You've not gone there. That's why you're not having children. They'll give you a reason also. They'll give you a reason why you're not having children, because you've not worshipped that particular deity. Stuck. This is the best way to be stuck in samsara. Correct? Gotcha. Just everything is good. Do whatever is to be done. And if you find help from somebody, just follow that somebody. If you ask 5 people, 5 same question, you will get 5 different answers, and no answer will connect. All are different answers. and you will be confused for everything. And whatever little Shastram you are following, that also you will stop. Because you will get disillusioned. So therefore, everything is good, and follow whatever we are following, and keep doing, keep Shastram next to you. Shravanam must be there. That's why Shravanam is the Pradhana Pramanam for us. Shravanam. A Shravanam will not in it have things like judgment, comparisons. Comparison means Krishna will say, this person is superior and all. But he's not interested in comparison. Even Krishna has no choice. If he knows that this jnani is better, why doesn't he make all the ajnanis into jnanis? He has the capacity. What? He's a masochist or what? Wants to see everybody suffering, right? No, it's not like that. Therefore, everything will happen in good time. Yeah. Thank you, Haraji. Haraprasadji has studied a lot. He studied all the Upanishads. That's why he's asking a question. It's a very important question. And so that's why, and he has heard many messages from many people. So that's why I asked him whether my answer was satisfactory, Yeah. Thank you, Haraji. Meera and Narayanan, go ahead.
Guruji, I have also heard that, and I think there is a shloka in Narada Bhakti Sutra that it says, Tirti Kurvanti Tirtani, means the great saints who have walked past these great places make it more holier. So even when you are studying the Shastram, when you go to these places, you will be able to connect like Shankaracharya, places where he has traveled. So it makes it more, valuable. That's
correct. There are shlokas like that.
Yeah.
So recently, our Sringeri Shankaracharya went and established Sharda Devi in Kashmir.
Correct. In Kashmir. Correct. Recently. That is the latest, last month.
So that is one of the significance of visiting pilgrimages. I just wanted to add to what Harprasadji was saying, that Tirti Kurvanti Tirtani is the, pramanam to it. Like those places are more valuable because many saints whom we have been studying, they have gone there and made it.
Correct.
Maybe also to create an appreciation of the Vibhuti.
So why do we go to Kaladi?
Yeah.
Kaladi is right here. Stone's throw from Coimbatore. Okay, just a few hours drive. Quality. Why quality? That going itself reinforces in me. I need reinforcement constantly because I'm being pulled in many directions, we say, right? So reinforcement, periodic reinforcement is needed. Shankaracharya is there, Kaladi is there, this Nadi, Pampa Nadi is there, this and that. And so you can recall the stories, look at all these carvings they have. They have a tower where Shankaracharya's life is portrayed on the wall. So you look at it, then you keep going. So it becomes etched in the memory. Now I'll tell that to my children. And so that's how it builds up.
I felt the same when we were in Madura Meenakshi temple. We have heard that Shankaracharya have been, visited. He was right in front of the Devi, which has not changed. The temple has not changed. So you can just feel the presence.
Correct. And you keep doing it, you have to come to a point where you can handle the other shloka which says, you can do hundreds of tirthas, nothing will happen to you. Are you ready for that? Means, we won't tell this to the person who is doing tirtha. But that shloka is coming. Shankaracharya, the same Shankaracharya who established all these matas and wrote so many shlokas and so many devatas, 70 shlokas, Panchakams and Ashtakams he has written. The Subramanya Bhujangam, he'll chant, he's going on and on and on. Same man says, you can go to any number of tirthas and chant any number of mantras, nothing will happen to you, he says. Okay, so both you'll find our culture will be like this. Opposites will be constantly there. Opposites will be there. Why? You need this, I need this so I can mature and then I can grow out of it so I can grab a hold of that. Beautiful. That is why most people don't understand our culture. Correct? They are always looking at it. Oh, keeps on saying, oh, but they don't know. They really don't know. Keep guessing. We'll keep guessing. Keep guessing. Good. Yeah, both statements we can make. Anuradhaji, go ahead.
Sorry, I.
See, Kurvanti
Okay.
Tirtha, there is a shloka. Kurvanti Tirthani, Guru, you can do any number of tirthas, you can study any number of scriptures, karma koti bihi, and any for however long you want, you can do. You will keep on doing it. There's no end to it, it says. That shloka will come somewhere. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Anuradha.
Yeah. Sorry, I put my hand down before because of my cough. Anyway, what I wanted to just again to add to this is that because I have been to many tirthas without the right reason. My thing was to go there because it's a place to go and a lot of people go there. But then when the attitude, I think it's the main thing, that when you're going to a tirtha, what is your attitude, mental attitude? Is that had something to do with it?
So, first comment would be without the right reason I went, you said. Okay. So, even that judgment we won't make. You know, for the right reason only you went there. That means without the right reason means those who are going there are clueless or what? No, it's not like that. We have the right reasons to go to these places. Yeah, that energy. For example, recently Swamiji and a few of us, 3-4 of us, went to a place called Nerur. Nerur is not far away from Coimbatore, and Nerur is the birth adhisthana of an acharya called Sadashiva Brahmendra. Sadashiva Brahmendra. So he wrote some texts, he wrote a commentary on Brahma Sutram, and he wrote many songs also. Okay. Manasa Sancharare Brahmani Manasa Sanchara. So these famous songs and all he has written.
Sarvam Brahmamayam.
Sarvam Brahmamayam, etc. And he is known to be an Avadhuta sannyasi. Means he is supposed to have been roaming naked. But he is worshipped now by people. Why? Because of all that he's written. So what did we do? We went there and we chanted Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. We chanted Adhyasa Bhashyam of Shankaracharya and a couple of pages, 3 pages of Sadashiva Brahmendra's commentary of the Brahma Sutra. Look at that. Look at how our yatras change in color and shape over time. Correct? That's how we see our journey. And so, yeah, there is a purpose for every yatra. There is a reason for everything. Even today, a jnani can go. A jnani might say, no, I feel like I want to go to Kedarnath. And Modi ji has established that I want to they go there and sit in front of Shankaracharya. May say that, nothing wrong. That doesn't have to do it, but a person can have that desire. Because what? Kim vachaniyam, kima vachaniyam. Sadashiva Brahmendra. Kim vaktavyam, kima vaktavyam. What is there to be said? What is not there to be said? What is there to be done? What is there not to be done? At that point, to be done, not to be done goes away. To be said, not to be said goes away. To be experienced, not to be experienced goes away. Kim bhoktavyam, kima bhoktavyam. What a song it is. Very cute it is. My goodness. So I think, Anuradha ji, attitude. The second point you mentioned is attitude. I will make it a little stronger and say knowledge. You now know a little more, or even more than what you knew so many decades ago. Okay. And therefore, your view of the world is entirely different. Your vision of Bhagavan is entirely different. Your view of the self is so different. Therefore, your purpose is going to be different. Therefore, you will still do a yatra, but like you said, you are going to look at this yatra is going to be very different from the other yatra. Not in terms of the journey you took, but in terms of the way you looked at things. So yeah, therefore, some people do yatras. The last yatra they did was very different from the first yatra they did, because they got something different out of it in the last time than they got it in the first. Yeah,
Okay,
Manjula.
thank you.
Sure, Manjula ji.
um, about the after coming from the yatra, because I just went for the Char Dham, people come and do touch your feet so that some punya will go to them, it seems.
Touch whose feet?
Come and touch the feet of people who have gone and visited. So some amount of punya will go to them. One thing I heard. Then there is also a say that when you come back from all these bigger places, big tirtha yatras, you come back and make a sweet at home and call people, distribute to your friends and their family. Maybe to share the knowledge, to share what I don't know. It's a very simple way. Oh, eat with, make a sweet and offer it to God first, offer it to the God, and then make everybody, call everyone and eat.
Coming back from the Ganga, Kashi Yatra and all, they will do Ganga Puja at home. Do Dhanam at that time also.
So many things are there
like
in
that.
our Hindu culture.
So look at this tradition. Just imagine that your neighbors went to Kashi, and that young girl, the 10-year-old girl is coming with prasada to give it to you. Okay. Suddenly, all the 5 people at home, all the elders and young combined, do namaskara to this girl.
They touch the feet.
You can imagine what an impact it will have on that girl. Now suddenly why are they doing namaskara? No, this is our tradition. Because you went there, you are bringing that same Shiva or that same Vishnu, that same Devi from Vaishno Devi, you are Vaishno Devi. Okay? And therefore we are doing namaskar. Now tell me, what an impact it will have on this young girl, and about this culture. In that one act, she learned so much. And it's true also, because that Shakti is there. If she got the Shakti, that means she has the Shakti in her, and I don't have the Shakti, therefore I want that Shakti, and therefore the Shakti has to transfer. And so that these traditions are so powerful, so important for us. We have to practice these traditions. We have to practice these practices. You mentioned sweets and this touching their feet.
Even before going to, when somebody says, I'm going to Tirtha Yatra, we have to offer some dhanam. Take this money, use this for your journey.
Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Amazing. Amazing it is. And now.
And when you see the rivers, and also you put money in that river, cash and all, so that it will benefit someone else at some point of time, to unknown person.
Correct.
When you used to go into the train and all, parents used to give coins to us and put it in when the bridge comes in the river.
These are all traditions. We have to practice it, and we should show it in front of children. If you don't have children, you gather the children around. Do you know why we are doing it? This is why we are doing it.
And Tirtha Sthana Dhyana is most important.
Dhyanam in the Tirtha Sthanam is most important. So everything has a value. Everything has a value. We have to, the ways to express the value is there in these kinds of things. And you know what we do? We do things like this Kanika Puja and all is there. Many of you will know what it is. Okay. And so there are, during Navaratri and all, what they will do, they will gather a bunch of girls and they will make them seated on a chair, and then everybody will come. They will do puja, they will invoke Devi in the children and do puja. And they will, put tilak and all that and do harati and all. They will do a full entire puja to these girls. The girls will keep quiet and they're all chanting all the shlokas. Now tell me, it's a powerful thing because now these girls, what message they are getting? They are not uncomfortable. It's part of the tradition. And it gives them the message that, you know what? Bhagavan can be invoked in anything. Even in a person, Bhagavan is invoked. In fact, Bhagavan is right there inside. It's brought out by these traditions. So now today I am Devi. Because I sat on the chair. They made me sit on the chair. Therefore, I am Devi. Therefore, that event, one event will have such an impact on everybody, including that child who's sitting there, including the people around. These are very, very, very interesting traditions, powerful. I saw one picture where in some schools in Indonesia, during Guru Purnima, the parents are all invited to the school. They're all made to sit in chairs next to each other. And the children of the parents will do Pada Puja for the parents. It's going on even right now. In this day and age, it's going on. In Indonesia.
In
India,
they do it.
In India, I found one school I tried to Google that last year, a few years ago. And I found a school in Tamil Nadu that does that.
In Chinmaya Mission schools, they do it. Pada Puja to parents.
Yeah. Okay. That's very good. I'm glad they're doing it. We should do all.
Many schools they do. And because of this Tirthasthana Dana, the bigger industry has come up. Where contractors take beggars from one place to others at different centers for a contract, and they earn more out of it.
Oh, okay.
Even that happens in Makkah.
Yeah. So yeah, side businesses will go on anywhere. That's fine. But we have to understand the significance of these things, and we have to communicate that. By doing it, only by doing we can communicate. Simply talking also is not enough. Not enough. And so yeah, thanks for bringing it up. All those are very important points. Good points. So therefore, what is it? It's all started from Tirtha Yatra. Haraprasadji's question. Okay. And so Tirtha Yatra is good, important. But you have to transcend the Tirtha Yatra, correct? That's all what we say. And so nothing, it's not opposed to each other. It's like growing. It's like growing into something and then growing out of something. Growing into something, growing out. Growing into something. The daughter is asking the dad the question. Dad, you've been working all these years. To do what? To earn money. To do what? To protect the family and live comfortably. Okay. Now suddenly you retired? How is that? I don't understand. It's the opposite of what you've been doing all these years. How will you answer that question? Yeah, it's okay. So we have saved some money, this, that. No, the goal of life is not to keep on working. Something you have to say. Tell this girl to understand. Because she's asking a very good question now. She knows without working, I can't survive. She knows that. That law she knows. Now you start working. That means what? Can we not survive? That's her concern. So, same thing here also. Here also it's like that. And our Shastram is great because it doesn't keep you hooked on one thing. It says you do whatever you are doing, but grow out of it. Kaya puja means you have to do a physical puja. What does Ramana Maharshi say? Kayavan manah karyamuttamam pujanam japas chintanam kramat, he says. He says, look, puja has to be done. No excuse. First, kaya puja means physical puja. You get flowers, you have a murti in front, get your book, and then start with your sankalpa and then do the puja. That is called kaya puja. It's using all the limbs, all manaha, everything is used. Then slowly give up the kaya, means give up the physical aspect of doing puja. Really, I can do that? Yeah, you can do that. Then the bhajanam and all will come. Bhajanam. Bhajanam is Parayanam, etc. There is no physical act of worship and doing snanam samarpayami, vastram samarpayami is not there. But still it is called puja. Kaya vang. Vang means vak. Vak means speech. Using only the vocal apparatus. Give up all the hands and legs, doing stuff with hands and legs. Okay. And so, kaya vang. Then what? Next step, manah. Kaya vang manah karyamuttamam. So then you give up this also. Then what? Is there a puja like that? Yeah. It's called Manasa Puja. It is called Dhyanam. Dhyanam is a puja. And he says, Dhyanam is the greatest form of puja. But to get to that point, you have to have done puja before with your hands. At least you must have watched somebody in the temple doing puja. Okay, beautiful it is. That's why the child, when a child plays, you have to buy all toys to the child. You can't say, oh, close your eyes, I'll teach you how to play in the mind. And we can save a lot of money, you know. No, it won't work. That's why we have to encourage children to games and toys, everything is needed. For them, they have to play. They must have something in their hand, period. Why? That is the easiest. Manasika puja, Shiva Manasa puja comes much, much later. Only a mature person can do that. Until then, this guy needs toys, including cars and vans and all these things are toys only for us and needed. Until the person says, I'm done with all this. Correct? Good. So I see we all grow out, you know, this is a maturing process, right? The flower from the bud, it's just blossoming. Reconciling everything. See, this reconciliation is very important. Otherwise, what will happen? Why that? Why this? Why do they do that? I don't understand. That why will go away. Should go away eventually for us, right? Everything must be reconciled. And I am comfortable with what I am doing or I'm not doing. I have to be comfortable with what I am not doing. Suppose somebody says, why did you not go to Kedarnath? My Kedarnath is in the bedroom here. Shiva and Parvati are right there. I don't have to go to Kedarnath. I'll give that kind of a response. I can stand up and say, yes, that's how it is. That's my seva to Shiva and Parvati. So like that, I have to be comfortable doing what I'm doing. I have to be comfortable not doing what I'm not doing. I can't sit here and say, oh, I have to do all these things and this Tityata is missing. That is the, when am I going to do it? The clock is ticking. No, that is not correct. That's not maturity. If I am like that, then yeah, I better go get my Tirthayatras done because otherwise it'll be nagging in my head. Nothing wrong. I should do whatever I. But Shastram will help us grow out of all those conflicts. Correct? It should. Okay.
I just want to make a comment, Guruji. As you rightly said, I think the spiritual journey, in my opinion, first we start with Tattvamasi, understanding who you are that. Then grow to Aham Brahmasmi. Then go to Sarvam Brahmamaya. I think it's growing one out of the other. I mean, that's what I feel. First to understand that Tattvamasi, you are that. What is that? That is Aham Brahmasmi. Then comes, okay, everybody else, Sarvam Brahmamaya. So you find anything and everything. It is not only living being. Everything you find that it is a creation of God and Creator is behind it, and we appreciate that. So reaching that stage is very difficult, but that is each different levels and different stages. I mean, that's what I think. It's just a comment.
Yeah, they do say things like that. They say something like, yeah, there is definitely a gradual, a gradation
Progress, yeah.
in our understanding. And so they say something like this. Tattvamasi is a Upadesha Vakyam. Upadesha Vakyam. Upadesha means the teacher, when the guru says something, hey, Tattvamasi, like Uddalaka told Swetaketu in Chandogya Upanishad, Tattvamasi, so many times it was said. Then it goes like that for many Vakyas they say. And then Aham Brahmasi is what? Anubhava Vakyam. Anubhava Vakyam means having heard the Upadesha, having mulled over it, having done the Mananam and Nididhyasanam, I can say Aham Brahmasmi. Like that they say. Yeah, that's also true.
Thank you.
Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasa Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanatthaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Thank you.